Not my normal starting screen, huh? Yeah, I actually have the disc for this game for once. But yeah, you can tell this is my new Let's Play. Welcome to Kirby's Epic Yarn. Alright, I have to quantify a few things first. Well, I'm playing this is not okay, obviously I'm not playing the remake because I don't have a 30S capture unit. Like, no, no shit. Like, I would have so many more options of less playing games if I had a 3DS capture unit, but those things are expensive. It's like buying an entirely new console, imagine that. So yeah, we're gonna be playing the Wii version instead. I mean, I could emulate the remake, but I don't care. I've played this a lot. Like, a lot. At the end of the playthrough, we'll look through this save file, and if I feel like it, the Wii save files. If you're playing this on a Wii U, oh, I think it's just that I have a little bit of screen bleed. I don't know. Yeah. If I feel up to it, we'll check out some of my old save files. Yeah, it's gonna get on my nerves soon, the dark sparking. Thankfully, it can't be picked up by by the microphone.
Welcome to Dreamland, a kingdom famous for peace and quiet. It's the perfect little land, if you like that sort of thing. Lately, there have been rumors of a caped sorcerer going around turning people into yarn. That's right, yarn. One day, Kirby saw his favorite food, a bright red tomato, on top of a bush. Down the hatch. But when Kirby tried to eat it, a caped sorcerer appeared. My name is... Hey, what are you doing? Stop that! No, that's my magic Metamato. Kirby gulped the Metamato right down. Just then, a white sock around the sorcerer's neck began to glow. Then it sucked Kirby up. This grass feels funny, Kirby thought. It feels like pants. And to Kirby's surprise, he saw that his entire body was made out of yarn. Then he saw a yarn monster chasing a blue yarn boy. Somebody help me! Kirby tried to swallow the monster up, but the air went right through his body. Kirby wondered what he should do. Suddenly, Kirby transformed into a car. He drove away with the boy and left the monster behind to eat his dust. Apparently, that strange Metamato gave Kirby the power to seamlessly transform into a car and who knows what else.
Quite the opening, huh? Thank you for saving me. What? What's that? You say you're from another world? Wow, welcome to Patchland. You just stick with me and I'll show you the ropes. This is my castle, so feel free to look around here as much as you want. That was Prince Fluff, the blue character, aka who your player 2 would be if you're playing multiplayer. I have quite a few stories with this game. I'm gonna talk about them while I go through. I am going, but other than that, let's talk about collectibles. Beads are a currency. Collect enough of them, and you get stuff. And you can use it to buy stuff. The metal, in the corner is the top left hand corner is metals. There are 3 different types of metals: bronze, silver, and gold. I'll be trying to go for gold on every one. No promises I'll actually get it. And lastly, treasures. We are going for 100% treasures. There is one more collectible. We are not worrying about that one. We'll get to that. Not this episode, but we'll get to that. Choose between 1 or 2 players, and the remake could be from standard mode and merciless mode. I say merciless. A health bar mode, where you have enemies chasing you constantly. That's required for 100% in Epic Yarn, and extra Epic. And EX. I'm gonna call the remake EX. And this, well, for the most part, we're gonna do single player. So, this is one of the first Wii games I've ever played, substantially. I was mostly a DS kid, but I would often stay up past the middle of the night just to play this game when I was a kid. So, basic controls. I've kind of already done. One is a whip attack. So you ever wonder where Whip Kirby came from? Is from this. You can aim up, diagonally, in both directions, but you can't aim straight downwards. There is also no slide kick because you already have an attack. This plays very much like the original Kirby game. Like the GBA game. Not GBA, GB game. Game Boy game. Kirby's Dream Land. Double tap to dash. I don't know why, but it feels so awkward to dash sometimes. Sometimes it feels like it needs your inputs, but you can turn it on a dime. Hold 1 to spin up into a ball. These are hard blocks. You need to throw something at it in order to break it. Or ground pound from above. I'm gonna take the sleeve off this. Make it less bulky. These are bonus rings. I can't exactly explain what they do right now, but they do something. Kirby games are very much very good at teaching. You can also use the whip attack to break certain objects to remove patches from walls. And this is a piercing weapon. It pierces targets. Chandelier. This chandelier is very simple and very elegant. You can't go wrong here. At the top of the screen, there is the bead gauge. The more beads you collect, the better your medal is. All golds aren't required for 100%, it's just a matter of if you want full complete, like, if you want to go for them all. You just need to beat every stage in the game, which is actually kind of harder than you may think. That in the top right-hand corner is the streak gauge. The more beads you can collect without getting hit, the higher the number is, and the more bonus beads you get at the end of the stage. You can also go by in the background in certain areas. Kirby cannot fly in this, instead he has a parachute, which allows him to float down. You can use the whip for certain buttons, for buttons in the overworld. Some will do certain things, some will let you swing, others are required for map progression. Blue ones are generally permanent, red ones will go back to their original state after a while. You feel like a king when you sit on this gold-plated throne. Unlike hover in, like, general Kirby, the parachute is actually pretty decent. Also, look out for hidden walls like this. Anything that doesn't have a stitching like this are generally you're capable of going through. And Patch Castle. Every stage has at least one music disc in it. Usually tied to the level music. But if it's a repeat song... yeah. So, the ending roulette. If you collect the bonuses, they'll show up on the roulette, and you get bonus beads from it. Oh yeah, there's technically 4 wooden if you fail to get bronze. Though you actively kinda have to be trying. You also get bonuses for every treasure you collect.
Thanks for your help, the Blue Yarn Boy said. Not that I needed it. I'm Prince Fluff. Ever since Yin Yarn the Sorcerer ripped Patchland into 7 pieces, you just can't go anywhere without running into these horrible... But Fluff was interrupted when they were attacked by a huge 3-eyed blob of yarn. Ew, gross, stop it! But before the blob could eat Prince Fluff, Kirby transformed and smashed it to smithereens in a most spectacular fashion. Among the little blob bits, there was a shimmering piece of spiraling yarn. That's it. That's the magic yarn, Fluff exclaimed. This was what Prince Fluff had been looking for. Yin Yarn had stolen the magic yarn from Patchland. The yarn weaved its way into the fabric of the kingdom and stitched 2 pieces of Patchland together. What about the other pieces? I've got to find the rest of them. Kirby, always happy to help, decided to help his friend recover the missing pieces. And the two began their journey to stitch Patchland back together.
So that's your plot. There will be more plot as the game progresses, after each boss, obviously. And now we have access to Grassland. Patch Plaza is basically your hut to see what you have collected and what you have not. Once you have 100% in an area, there will be a bell there, showing above it. This will get naturally, pretty much. This, and we'll get that pretty naturally. It's required to be, you basically have to beat every level. We'll get to you! Stuff is stuff. Basically, your treasures and items, and then cast. This one, you basically have to beat every level. Which, again, you'll get pretty much naturally. Don't worry about this. Alright, we have to talk about you now. Prince Fluff, what an unexpected surprise! Oh, and who might your friend here be? Lord Kirby, you say? He's visiting us from another world, you say? How exciting! My name is Dom Woolley. And it's my pleasure to make your acquaintance. Lord Kirby is helping you save our beloved Patchland? Oh, that's just wonderful. I am the manager of Quality Court here. Please come inside for a moment. I insist. Welcome to your new home. Well, I suppose it's not much to look at just yet. But I would be honored to have one of Prince Fluff's guests staying here. Proper home must be properly furnished. Please accept this as a gift from me. Feel free to furnish your new place in whatever way you desire. We'll discuss the rent later. Go ahead, enjoy the space. If you have any questions, I'll be around. Now, if you excuse me, I think I hear one of my other tenants walking by outside. The pad. We have nothing. Again, we'll get to you. But yeah, this is basically you can place items you have gotten around the place, and me and my twin would do this constantly. We would just play around in here doing random stuff almost constantly. Motif is all the treasures in the game. Furniture is stuff you can get from the furniture shop. Objects, also stuff you can get from the furniture shop is along with the toy. They're just different categories. You can copy, reholster, you can reholster some bolster some furniture items with fabric you found. We can't do that yet because we have none. Again, we'll be back here. And if you're wondering why I'm talking about fabric in a somewhat negative tone, because it is just something else. Honestly. But that's gonna have to worry for a later time, because we have more stages to go through. So yeah, I have quite a few stories with this game. Honestly, really, despite this being nothing like your standard Kirby game, this is kind of what got me into, well, video games in the first place. Like, I love this game. Out of the list of the games I play on my channel that I know really, really well, this one is probably the one I know the most. I would play this for hours at a time. Despite, like, I know I'm kind of known for, like, for, like, doing really stupidly difficult shit. Like, constantly. Also, you can hover when you're holding stuff. Hitting an enemy that you, with a projectile, will give you beads. You can also use the whip underwater, and this one you can actually aim downwards, because you have free-flowing movement. Yeah. I know I usually tend to do, like, really difficult stuff, you know, patch-only pacifists, being an example. Quite apt example. And patch-only Geno. Which, at time of recording, I have not finished yet because, oh my god, that is absolutely fluffing brutal! Yeah. Dear Arceus, that is, patch-only Geno is really brutal. More brutal than regular Geno, because you're taking double damage to the hardest boss in the game. Yeah. That aside. There's also Tunic. But if you think deeply about it, I've played quite a few difficult games on my channel. And in my life in general. I still like going back to this one. Despite that, occasionally. I haven't played it in... well, since I played the remake a few years ago. Yo, I still really like this game. This is not a difficult game at all. Not far from it, really. You physically cannot die. If you get hit, which I haven't turned off yet, and I won't, you just lose streak and beads. But you can just pick them up, back up. Yeah, you can just pick them back up. This game isn't that difficult, really. Which, after Pikmin 4, which is... Pikmin 4, I really have nothing super positive to say about that Let's Play, other than, kind of bored me on my mind a bit during the ending of it, because I played it basically constantly, and if I weren't doing it for a Let's Play, I basically probably would have had a better time with the game if I played it more slowly. Yeah, if I played it more slowly and methodic, slowly-ish, less what I did, having to try to make things interesting and whatnot. Okay. Yeah, having to make it more interesting and whatnot, and okay, RPG is actually kind of fine. It was probably my favorite Let's Play to do at this right now. But that's over. But regardless, these are essentially the originators of the special gimmick mid-level stuff, like in the future Kirby games, like the Hypernova, Ultra abilities. Yeah, Ultra abilities, Hypernova, the Robobots, stuff like that. I haven't played this in, like, years, so give me some bit of slack. These do get augmented in multiplayer to be more... Some of these get augmented in multiplayer to be more multiplayer friendly, because not all of them is quite advantageous to have two, units in, running around. I'll try to mention them when we get to them. For example, the tank will have Prince Fluff controlling an arm, where you can shift the controller to do an AoE attack, which is a really good move, or press the button to just fire a punch, or hold it down to fire an attack. To fire off a rocket punch. Firefly patch. At the end of each level, we'll get a special patch that'll allow us to unlock the next one. I'm not gonna hold you guys for too much longer, but I will kind of finish my thought I was saying before. Yeah, while this game is by no means difficult, I still love it. Sometimes the game doesn't have to be difficult. In terms of platforming-wise, this is honestly more difficult than any of the Kirby games, really. Maybe because you can't just fly infinitely. There's no arena in this, which kind of makes sense. Honestly, feels really nice to come back to this. So, I hope you'll join me next time on Kirby's Epic Yarn, and this nice, fresh breath of fresh air compared to what I've been doing these last few, months. With Undertale Yellow and, Pikmin and everything. Honestly, it's nice to go back to a game that won't have me tearing my hair out in frustration. I'm getting teary-eyed a bit. Not out of sadness, because where did my childhood go? But because, honestly, this is probably one of my favorite games of all time. Okay, I need to stop recording before my tear. My eyes started to water. Till next time.